Hey everybody, welcome back to Family Firearm Reviews. Today we're going to do something different, something we haven't done on the channel yet. We're going to review a shotgun. Now this is the Panzer Arms M4. It is a Benelli clone. So if any of you that aren't familiar with that, it's a Benelli M4 clone. It's made in Turkey, just like the Benellis are. So you know that Stoeger owns Benelli. So there's a lot of good things coming out of Stoeger right now too. If you guys want to check that out, we just did a review on a pistol. So go check that Stoeger review out. But this M4 looks great. It kind of has a lot of the same features as our Benelli M4. They're really right down to spec, and the parts are interchangeable with the Benelli M4. So you can get the mag tube extension, because this one does come 5+1, the civilian model, but you can get that upgraded mag tube. But just remember, because it's Turkish and we're in the United States, you may have to get a follower and some other things changed out in there to keep it, compliant with some of the rules here in the United States. So let's get into the numbers on our M4 Benelli shotgun. So what we have here is an 18.5 inch barrel. We do have a 39 inch overall length, and it's going to be stuck that way unless you get one with the adjustable stock. We do have a height right here, including the sights, of 8.25 inches and a width of 2.25 inches, and that's the widest part right here where the grip is for your front hand. Now we do have an overall weight of about 9.9 pounds, so that should help with our 12 gauge recoil. We're looking at a 5+1 capacity, and we're looking at a trigger pull of 6 pounds. So that is a little heavy. We'll see how that works out today. It's not adjustable, so we're kind of stuck with that 6-pound trigger pull. So some of the features on our M4 here are that it does have ghost ring sights that are adjustable. You can adjust them for windage, elevation. The front post can be adjusted also. There's a little nut on the underside, so you can drift that left or right, get it all set up for you. We do have a full Picatinny rail on top, so you can run a red dot if that's something you wish to do. I've seen some people do that, which is pretty nice. This is chambered in 12 gauge. It's a 3-inch chamber, so you can run some of the stuff. You're supposed to run high brass for the break-in period, so the first 50 to 100 rounds, that's something you're going to want to do. Now it does have a rubberized grip right here, which is nice. It actually has a pretty good texture, a nice grip on there. Your safety bar is right here, so you can get to that very easily from that trigger guard. Also, we have our charging handle here. We have our bolt release here. So we do have a lot of nice features that mirror that Benelli M4. We do have a sling attachment point in the front and in the rear, so we could run a sling if we want. We do have a rubberized butt plate here to help reduce recoil, so we'll see how that feels today. We do have a fixed stock though, it's not adjustable, but like I said earlier, these are interchangeable with the Benelli parts, so you can get a different stock. They do make a Benelli adjustable stock. They do make just the regular shotgun stock to remove this pistol grip. So the possibilities are endless how you want to customize this. Now for that $450 price or that $500 price, depending on where you're at, how you find it, this is a pretty good looking clone, and I think that the finish is pretty nice. You're missing some of the stampings on there. You do have their emblem right here on the side, so that's something there. And then we do have our bolt release right here. So when we do have it, if we run a racket back and kind of empty that, if there's something in there, it's not a regular inertia driven shotgun, it is gas operated. So in order for that trap door to activate, when we do unload, which I'll show you later, you're gonna have to release this bolt every time. That way it does fire and work for you, right? So those are some of the good features that we do have here, and I feel like they're kind of a quality set of features on a $500 clone. So now we're going to get into the ammo. Before we get there, this does come with 3 chokes. One comes in it. It does give you the other 2 chokes right here and the tool to remove them from the barrel. So that's a nice little setup. You can, buy different chokes and adjust different chokes in there for yourself. Now we are going to run, our normal 3 different kinds of ammo, but 25 round boxes. So we're going to do 75 shells today. We are going to run some higher velocity. We got some 1550s here. Now these ones are 3-inch. We are going to run some 2 3/4. They are 1325, and then we're going to see if we can get the 1220s to operate. These are also 2 3/4. So we got some Federal, we've got some Winchester, and we've got some high velocity Winchester steel shot. So we're going to run a couple different through here, see if they work, see if there's any issues. Something else I want to point out is we just got this out of the box. It does come heavily oiled, probably shipping across the ocean or things of that nature. So you might want to bring a rag or something and wipe it down. I'm going to have to wipe it down so I don't get oil all over me today, but I'm really excited to get out there and get to shooting, and that's the important thing today, right? So out here, we're gonna take our first shots here with our M4, see how it goes. We've got our first 6 loaded up, 5 in the tube, 1 in the chamber. Well, that was very quick. That was a good time. Oh man. Ooh, go in there. Dropped one. Whoopsie. Hey everybody, so we've got our 75 shells through the shotgun today. It was a lot of fun to shoot. Watching those clays explode, hitting those steels. It's a little bit different shooting for me. I'm not a very big shotgun shooter, but I did have quite a bit of fun with this. We didn't have any malfunctions, no issues. It ate all three different kinds of 3-inch, 2 3/4 ammo. No problem at all. It didn't have any problem with the 3-inch high brass. We didn't have any problem with some of the lower stuff. The lowest velocity we did shoot today was 1220. So we'll have to come out next time we run through this firearm, maybe shoot some lower velocity stuff, see what else it can take. But we wanted to run some higher velocity stuff because that's what it said it needed during that break-in period, so you can get it worked in. But the grip felt good. It does have a decent amount of recoil, a little bit more than I thought maybe from a Benelli. I've never shot a Benelli, so this is my first kind of close encounter with one. But everything went well. The sights were on out of the box. It shot very well. I had a good time. So I think for the $500 range, you can pick these up usually on sale for like $449 to $500 is usually where they're running. So for the value, I feel like it's a nice construction. It shot well. You can get that extension to take it up to the 7 rounds instead of just the 5-round tube. And I have looked at that, so I think that's a direction we'll go. And if we do end up going that way, we can make a little video on how to change that out and then bring it back out to the range. I did really enjoy it. It recoiled well. It shot well. It handled well. It feels good. It did get a little warm, but I mean, what's not going to get warm when you're shooting it that fast? It's a gas-operated system, and I didn't have any issues. You know, it cycled. It didn't really any ghost loads except the one I did by accident. I didn't push it in too far, and it just kind of dropped it above the flat, but I was able to continue to shoot. It even shot with that ghost load in there. So I didn't have an issue that way at all, and that was just a user error. I didn't push it in far enough with my thumb. What'd you think?
So you told me that I had 6 shots. I told you I was only going to need 1. I always say no to the shotguns. I never ever shoot them. So I figured it would be like that. I'd put it up, I'd put 1 through, and I'd complain for the rest of the day that everything hurt. I ended up shooting 4 rounds through it. I hit everything that I shot at. It's a little heavy. It's a little awkward when you're talking about using, you know, your full arm. I'm always a little complaining about my shoulder, but overall, I shot it more than once, so it's a win for me. I mean, it's a little awkward. There's a little bit that, you know, you have to readjust to get used to that, but for picking up something that you never ever shoot and for doing that well and feeling that comfortable with it, I was pretty happy.
One of the biggest complaints though is that the stock is pretty long, and you get that complaint with the regular Benellis too. I'm not a very big person. I'm only 5'6". Lauren's under that. So it's a lot to put that to your shoulder and get the reach. I'm comfortable with it. Someone smaller is going to have a harder time. They do make the adjustable stock, and they do make other stocks that are a little shorter for this firearm that you can get. Like I said, compatible with all the Benelli stuff. So you can swap that out. That is a downside, I'm going to say too, is the stock. That's my one gripe about the whole firearm. I know that heavy trigger we were thinking about in, the intro, but it really didn't seem to bother me at all.
No issues with that.
Yeah, you're not pushing your shots, you're not squeezing too hard, but there is quite a bit of recoil, and you're kind of preparing yourself for that. So all in all, for that value, I mean, I think this is a heck of a gun, and I think it's definitely something you should check out. So, if you guys are interested, these Turk Nellies, there's a couple other versions out there. This is the Panzer Arms one. I think this Panzer Arm one's a good one for you guys to try out if that's something you're interested in. So we'll see you again. Hopefully you liked it. And, if you get one of these, let us know. Throw some comments down on what you thought about it below this video. All right. See you guys.
Thanks for watching our video. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. If you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel.
Comment below. We want to hear from you. Get more content from Family Firearm Reviews by joining our Patreon and checking out the links in the description.